Visualization is a technique that I teach, and it's commonly used in performance psychology. Basically, it's mental imagery and rehearsal. It can come in different forms, so that's something you can work out, that whatever works for you. But basically, there's 3 steps. The first is using your imagination to imagine. Could be a training session, it could be a race, it could be, for you, the last kilometer of a race. You're imagining what that feels like. So the wind's usually kind of going pretty fast. You got a good lead out going. You can hear a bit of noise from the peloton. There's usually a bit of excitement and buzz in the air. Maybe you can hear a crowd or smell people. Sometimes, in Asia, you can smell people smoking as you come towards the last kilometer. You get that smell of cigarettes. So whatever it is, you kind of come in, you got to imagine what you experience. You feel the bars on the bar tape in your hands. You feel yourself in that aero position, all those things. You feel the saddle, you feel the power of the pedals. Those are things to imagine. And then you imagine yourself going through the motion. So you imagine a successful outcome for this race. You're moving through the peloton, super smooth and fast. You're feeling great. And then you imagine yourself crossing the line. So going through this rehearsal, this mental rehearsal, actually helps you to perform on the day. You're going to be more relaxed because you've exposed yourself to the feelings and you've learned how to cope with those. Sometimes at first visualization can be kind of a bit anxiety provoking, but you learn to tolerate that. And then when you're in the situation, you're like, I've been here, I've done this. You can also imagine, so they used to say with visualizations, it's super positive, you're the best in the world. But now they're saying, you imagine it's going to be challenging, but that you're going to be okay. And so you might say, oh, my legs are a bit tired, but I'm pushing through. And by practicing that, you're going to learn in the moment, if things go wrong, how to handle that you're going to be fine, that you're going to win this, and you're going to, perform super well. And then you also want to try and embody a positive emotion during this experience. So you're feeling good, you're feeling strong. You can visualize yourself, really big legs. You can get creative. This is a fun process. So I personally imagine myself having like big hips, big legs. I don't know, it works for me. You can imagine, and you can use this in life as well. This can be before a speech, before anything scary. You can imagine yourself feeling confident, feeling amazing and strong. And just doing that's going to help you get through that. And it actually helps with the refinement of skills as well. So people are more skillful when they visualize than when they don't visualize. And yeah, you can use it before, if you're not racing, you can use it before efforts. I use visualization unknowingly all the time. So before a big effort up Montville, I think when I'm riding out, okay, I'm going to do my 3 efforts. First one's going to feel like this. It's going to feel good. I'm going to feel the click of the gears. I like to ride the canopy, the shadow of the canopy. So you think about all of that and how good it's going to feel. I'm going to take some deep breaths. Oh, I also use it getting up to train. The night before, you're maybe a little anxious about getting up in the morning. I'm getting up early. So then you imagine, I'm getting up, I'm not going to hit snooze. I'm going to put my phone off straight away. I'm going to get up, put my kit on. So imagine all of that, have a quick coffee or whatever your morning routine is and get out the door. And it's smooth sailing and you're okay. So those are the ways you can use it. It's not just in the racing context.
So that's also taking stress out.
Exactly, and learning to tolerate. Then when I am faced with the stress of my alarm, which is a stressor, I'm a good sleeper, I want to sleep, I'm okay with that. And you can also use visualization to enhance motivation or as a thought anchor and a distraction. So we talked a little bit about the breath and how that can be a distractor. But yeah, if you're not feeling super motivated, you can use visualization. So imagine yourself feeling motivated. Just imagine it. What would that look like in my body? I think I'd have a lot more energy, a bit of bounce in my steps. You can have a person that you think about that motivates you, and you can actually look them up when you're feeling like you're lacking motivation. So I like to imagine myself as a goddess. This is a god of war, fate, and death. So she's a strong warrior. And, I use this goddess in not just for training and sport, but for anything that might be a little confronting. I imagine she's Irish, I got a bit of Irish in me, this strong warrior. So finding something that motivates you and excites you, this might be a little bit more relatable. So you can look up someone and imagine his energy and cultivate that. What does he feel like in this moment? And then you will experience some of those feelings. And so those are the kind of visualizations that you can do. Or yeah, in an effort, up Montville, imagine your legs are super strong and the blood is flowing through. So there's so many ways to use visualization. That's why I get a bit excited. And it's fun, and it helps with focus, concentration, performance, reducing anxiety, motivation, everything.
So yeah, I've definitely used this, I guess, unknowingly towards the end of races. I'll always go on Google Street View and look at the last 5K of a race. And then I'll just think, okay, how's the peloton going to move through this, around the islands, around the turns, where do I need to be? And that's just playing through my head before it actually happens. And then when you're in the moment, it's just easy, because it's like, I've already done this.
Yes, exactly. A lot of skills people are already using, and so yeah, we can just refine them a little more and create a bit of accountability. So you're doing that on a weekly basis.
So let's say you're having negative thoughts about this upcoming event, or even like your next training session. So you're overwhelmed. How do you use visualization to overcome this?
Well, the first thing is, what you're talking about is great. Noticing that anxiety, noticing the overwhelming. You're going to have thoughts like, I can't do it, I haven't trained hard enough, whatever those might be. And then you're going to need to correct those thoughts and visualize yourself feeling good. So you close your eyes and you visualize the process of putting your shoes on, you visualize turning your bike computer on, putting the bottle in, all those little steps going well. And that routine that you're visualizing is going to make the actual day easier, or the event easier, and you're going to feel more confident.
So you're just going through that process.
It's really about going through the process, and the more detail actually the better, but you're also bringing an emotion into that, which is, I'm in control, I'm calm, I'm relaxed, I'm strong. So bringing that energy into that.